Hey, what up dudes? This is Chris from Beers R Us, and today I'm gonna show you a little bit of a figure from Masters of the Universe Revelations, the Netflix original series. And this is gonna be Roboto, one of my favorite characters from MOTUs. I mean, it could be from the vintage one till right now. And this one is it's kind of special because what he does on the actual series is kind of cool and kind of epic too. So I'm not gonna say more. I don't want to spoil for somebody that hasn't watched that series, but it's pretty cool. I like the figure, also the look of it, and the packaging. Well, as you can see, is the same as all. Got a little Roboto there going on. Like this part of his chest glowing. A little Samus Aran pose here. That actually this guy can be a Samus Aran, but it's just too big. Here's the series characters. I don't know if I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna collect all of them unless I see them very cheap from this line. But the ones that I may collect are gonna be the ones from New Eternia series. Those are very cool. I like those. I think the articulation on those are a little bit better than these ones, and they have more accessories and more coolness to them. But this one is just really special, so I'm gonna open it up and see what's going on with Roboto. Alright, so we have Roboto out of the packaging and looking pretty cool. Really nice silhouette of the character from the actual cartoon, and I do actually dig it. So first we gotta check the figure out. Couple of things that he has, the paint apps and that good stuff. See how much paint he has on it. So the helmet is not painted at all. Looks like concrete stuff going on. It's kind of good looking for me. The marble eyes in there. I don't know what's going on with those blue spots, but looks like a actual rock for some reason. But okay, I can pass that. Don't bother me that much. The visor is painted. This mask is not painted. Battle mask is not painted on the bottom here on the inside. So I think that I can paint that and give it a little better look. Maybe the helmet too if I have time. So that's nice. Here this part is, I think it's just plastic. Yeah, it is just plastic here on the shoulder. Now the shoulders here has blue spot. Here on the bottom I think is just plastic, or it's painted too. That's paint. Okay, so they actually paint two colors the actual shoulder, so that's pretty cool. Here on the bicep they follow this color here on the bottom of the shoulder, but here on the bottom of the bicep is actually paint. Is paint or is it looks like paint, but I think it's just the plastic. Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of weird, but they actually use a couple of different blues there, so they can give it a nice shading or whatever you want to call it, and I dig that, so it's pretty cool. Here in the middle has the silver. The actual trunks, I think this part here is molded plastic, and the paddle, this part here is a little bit of pinkish, so that's cool. We have some silver here on the thigh. Also the thigh has plastic, between plastic and paint. Here, this part here is painted, and this is molded plastic, so that's kind of cool to see all of that. And here on the inside, they didn't even need to paint this part, but they actually painted on the inside, but they didn't paint the actual knee. So I think the knee is okay because it's gonna scratch a lot when you're bending, and it's gonna hit this place here, so it's fine. Here on the boots, this part here is painted, pretty cool. I thought this thing is gonna move, but it doesn't. And the bottom of the actual boot, this part here, is not painted. I wish this part here was painted so I can give it a little bit of extra boost on the detail, but it still looks pretty cool. And on the bottom, it is painted silver, so that's pretty cool to see that. Here on the back, no paint on just here. These little dots are painted too, so that's pretty cool. Here on the inside it has something there, greenish thing, but it doesn't have the actual gimmick as the original one, and nothing happens inside, so that's kind of strange. I wish they also included like a LED or something, you know, or maybe here just put some light piping for the actual visor. It will look even better, but that's fine. That's fine. Still, details is pretty nice. No regrets in that. I mean, there are a lot of other figures, and I'm not gonna say brands. Well, but they have very few details, and the price is way too high sometimes. It's just ridiculous. And these guys are big, are buffy, has usually they come with a couple of accessories, and they're not that bad. So yeah, this is your money's worth. So that's pretty cool. All right, so we have the accessories. It has some arm cannon, whatchamacallit thing, and this is one. And both of them have to be used on the right arm or right hand. The left side it doesn't have. You cannot deattach it. So they also have a couple of paint ups here, as you can see. Actually, the entire painted, so that's pretty cool. Nice paint on the little cannons. This one has silver all over, and just these two parts, an orange or brownish gold thing going on. So it's cool. Swords, they're pretty cool. I like the way the swords. This is when he's needs to forge them so he can create the power sword again. Master sword, I was gonna say. Or the power sword for He-Man, and they look pretty cool. I like the details on them. I think these two come also with came with King Grayskull, but they're painted in silver. Let's talk about the articulation on this guy. It's not that great, but he's a robot. I don't mind it, and I just need this guy just to remind me that he did an actual epic scene there, or epic moment. So yeah, articulation on the actual head, you can put down, up a lot. Well, a good amount up. Yeah, you can work it, and he's gonna look up. That's cool. He has a little bit of a, you know, giddy. And you can rotate the head, and you can move with the visor. Also, the visor, the actual mouth plate. And the shoulders, you can rotate them, move it up to here. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a butterfly joint. That's kind of sad. You can rotate on the bicep. Double articulation on the elbow, but it's a little bit hindered, more than 90 degrees. I think that's enough for this guy. And he can rotate here on the hand, also hinge on the hand. And on this one, you can actually rotate the entire glove because you can actually remove it. It's a little bit stiff. I'm gonna need to remove a little bit of plastic there so it can be easier to deattach and attach the actual arm cannon. But part here is that the butterfly joint is not here, so you cannot pose this guy grabbing his arm cannon like on the actual artwork on the box, like this epic pose, or even drop on his knees. I'm gonna talk about that in a moment too. You know, the Samus pose. Most likely it didn't do it because it has clear plastic here and it's gonna break very easily. But I still wish they actually include that. So that's the back part of the arms. No up crunch at all, sadly. And he can only rotate here. Again, it doesn't bother me because he's a robot, so most likely he's not gonna be crunching on the actual abdomen, right? And the legs, you can has a nice spread, no problem with that. Almost Van Damme style. You can move it front until here, very sad. Back, almost nothing, and rotate here on the thigh. Double articulation on the knee, pretty cool. And also you can actually rotate it here on the boot, pretty cool. You can move the feet up a lot, down a lot, and he has his pivot. Not very good pivot, but it's there. So the articulation, it's man, I don't know, because he's a robot. I'm gonna give him, because the lack of articulation on the actual legs and shoulders, I will give him a 5. Yeah, so let's see how it looks with the actual weapons. Alright, he here can hold the actual weapons like that, the swords. I mean, he doesn't fight with them. He's actually forging the swords. So, yeah, this is basically the pose that you can actually use for this guy, unfortunately, because of the lack of articulation on the actual legs, unfortunately. But still, you can use it. Here we have one of his arm cannon or hand cannon, I don't know. He's actually hand transforms into blaster, whatever this thing is. And it looks pretty cool, pretty sick, like that. But my favorite is the other one. And here we have the other blaster, arm cannon thing. It looks pretty cool also. This one I want to try to put some fire effects. I'm gonna try and see if I have some, so I can pose him with that. Right, so we have some little bit of size comparisons. As you can see, Spider-Man 6-inch from Marvel Legends, He-Man Origins, and Superman Dark Knight Returns, McFarlane. So 6-inch Spider-Man is almost at his shoulder, yeah, a little bit. And He-Man is until his chest, as you can see. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, and he has a 2000X sword. He-Man, that He-Man I grabbed it. Plus I have a complete one though. McFarlane Superman is a little bit taller just because of the actual hair toupee here, and but basically they're in the same range, around 7 inch, a little bit higher than 7 inch. So yeah, this is gonna be all from me, guys. Hope you enjoy the review of Roboto. Please like, subscribe, hit the bell, and dislike this review of this guy, and put good comments, bad comments are welcome, you know, everything that can help out growth on review. And yeah, just let me know, and just remember that we must keep on rocking and keep on collecting. Beers are us out, baby. Laters.